Houston. We're all set to bring you NBA action with me today. Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And it's the Warriors to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Durant is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He talked a little bit about their defensive mindset, saying essentially that they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of space on the interior if it allows them to stay tight on their outside shooters. He said, listen, it's no secret they like to attack you from long range. That's what we're looking to stop tonight.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
To the middle. It's stolen by Curry. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Durant.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia slam cam. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. He's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
Launches a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, that's clearly a situation you need to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because you missed that.
The Rockets with another miss. And get back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
And here's Anderson after the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beverly. It's deflected.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Durant dishes to Curry. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 8 points for Klay Thompson. Rockets trail by 7. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Now here's Curry from 10 feet out. Durant wide open. He fires. And the rebound goes to Nene. Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Anderson outside. Nene against Green. Nene the pass to Bird. Jacks up a 3. Good.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
That's good. Rockets trail by 5. Harden gets to Anderson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Beverly against Curry. Outside Durant. That's good. Durant's got 7.
shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strained model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, two guys who had been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Moniunas is checked in for Nene. Riza comes in for Ryan Anderson. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Larry Bird. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Different look here for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Williams after the miss from Klay Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejau. That's his first foul.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Now here's Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Eric Gordon.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body. You remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoop. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
It gets trailed by 8. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Livingston kicks to Varejau. Got a piece of it. Ariza outside. Out to the wing. Stripped away. Thompson outside. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room.
I think it's another level I can go to.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets. Moniunas out there with Nene. Then there's Gordon, and it's Bird, and it's Prigioni in at the point.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Houston. Here's the screen. Here's Curry. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Nene into the lane. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to. So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
So for the Rockets, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bird, and James Harden subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And here's Harden. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Another miss by Houston, and it's Golden State's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Curry kicks to Green. No good on the three.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Moving it up. Here's Livingston. That one wide left. Rockets trail by 18. Houston moving it around. Nene left side. Back to Anderson. Off the pick. Another miss by Houston.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Good. Green's got his first basket.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
West is checked in for Pachulia. Williams is checked in for Nene. And Golden State also making a change. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Right side, Green. Wide open look. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Green's got his second basket of the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Curry and a wide open look for Iguodala. Can't hit. The Rockets go the other way with it.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
And Green gets it to go.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you could see right there why he does.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
You know, and Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships, at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Houston making some changes. Monty Eunice has checked in for Anderson. Bird comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for James Harden. And Golden State also making a change. Varejão's checked in. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul.
Well, you've got to simply value the possession. They've given up 6 points off turnovers this quarter alone.
And those points loom large, Clark, when you look at this deficit.
Kicks it to Curry.
Down, David.
Back to Varejão to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. And the stuff by West.
One little pump fake, and he had all the time he needed to go hard to the rack.
It's one of the most reliable moves you can make. So pretty when it works.
Show him the ball and then take it to the hoop.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Thompson against Williams. Picked by Varejão. Here's Curry. Warriors the rebound. Varejão can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that side. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The Rockets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are. Are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors lead by 16. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, David, a great...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 10 points and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Barbecue chicken. They were completely overmatched in the low post. I couldn't believe the amount of points they allowed in the paint. Wow, I thought I was out there scoring, playing basketball. They got to switch things up, get some different matchups because they are getting eaten alive. Barbecue chicken.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
It's been a solid outing for Thompson. 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the three, the small forward.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Kept alive. That's in for his fifth make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Harden. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Harden's got 5 points so far.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Warriors leading by 18. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
Green kicks to Durant. Thompson outside. Shoots a fader.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Green with a screen for Durant. Over in the corner, Pachulia. Thompson against Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Goes back up. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Let's go.
That's 12 points for Kevin Durant.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. So it's the Rockets now. And there's the pass to Nene. Rocket 6, Beverly. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark, he signed a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
Here's Pachulia. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Nene, the screen. And Anderson has it in the corner. Money from the wing. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Livingston kicks to Durant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names. Just Mr. Reliable, but I mean, they need his points, and he's producing. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
West is checked in for the Warriors.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Back to Bird from deep three-point range. And Nene with the stuff.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with
quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
A long wind-up and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
I sure hope not.
Iguodala dishes to Green. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. And that's 18 points for Draymond Green. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Rockets, Montejunas is checked in for Nene. Williams comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Golden State, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The shot by Iguodala. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down. And here are the Rockets now. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. A baseline J. Here's Montejunas. West with the block. Curry against Williams. Outside for Curry. Here's Varejao. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Montejunas a screen on Iguodala. On the wing, Bird. Fended by West. Bird against West. West with the block. Here's Thompson down low. There is Zhao. Passes to Curry. Again, Curry missing. The Rockets win the tip. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Pachulia is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Now here's Beverly. Anderson kicks to Nene. Inside runner uses the glass to drop it in. Nene's got the first points up on the board here for Houston. Houston on D. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And so here is Houston, the Warriors making the shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Thompson passes to Green. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Green's got his first points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Anderson. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the stripe for 2. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them in second place and the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
Three-pointer, Bird. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Houston on D. Curry kicks to Durant. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got such a laid-back demeanor. I mean, his pulse doesn't quicken. And when you ask opponents, they'll tell you he is as competitive as they come.
What you see on the outside with Kevin is a mirage, a fake out, if you will, because on the inside, this guy burns with competitive fire and brimstone.
Now here's Harden after the miss from Stephen Curry. Kept alive. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris.
And with Durant, his competitive spirit really comes out.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And Harden comes to help. Dishes to Durant. Lets it go with the 3. And the shot is good. Durant's got 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Harden against Thompson. Anderson is screen on Thompson. Harden dishes to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. And Harden with the stop.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Harden against Curry. Takes it from 10. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Pachulia kicks to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 6 points for James Harden. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt him inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monty Eunice is checked in for Nene. Reza comes in for Ryan Anders. Patrick Beverly.
They have got to put a body on him because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And up the court come the Warriors on the
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's West following the basket by Larry Bird.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Monty Eunice kicks to Ariza. Three-pointer, Bird. It's rebounded by Livingston. The Warriors trail. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Iguodala with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Good. Bird's got 7 points.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Here's Thompson. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Rockets ahead, leading by just 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated. Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, Gordon out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Monty Eunice, and it's Bird in at the 4. Like last season, we saw Monty Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Monty Eunice actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Livingston passes to Durant. Livingston dishes to Durant. No good with the triple.
And Montañez is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Now here's Curry. After Eric Gordon's miss, Durant with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Livingston kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. And again, no good by Golden State. Houston in the lead. Third left side. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Montañez. Anderson comes in for Bird. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Trevor Ariza. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. Now here's Gordon. Second shot opportunity. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. He really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's very good.
Bird, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. Second chance shot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Pachulia's got his second bucket. Bird outside. Left side, Gordon. Bird against Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Bird missing.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
Pachulia with the steal. Here's Livingston. That's short off the rim. The Rockets trail. Bird with 7 points in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Another miss by Houston.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space. Tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
As a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Deckers check in for Nene, and it's Harden in for Patrick Beverly. And Deckers steals it in.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Here's Curry following the score by Houston. The pass to Thompson. No good with the triple.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut back down to 1 point on the basket from James Harden. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's Durant missing. For Houston, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Harden against Durant. Shoots from the baseline. The shot no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Iguodala. Again, Iguodala missing. And for Houston, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For the Rockets, Moniunas is checked in for Bird. Riza comes in for Decker. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Gordon. Golden State also making some changes. Anderson Varejao checked in for West. And it's Green in for Kevin Durant. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And the Rockets making a change here. Region's checked in. Now here's Moniunas. Inside, Williams. And it's blocked by Curry. The Warriors have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0-2 so far.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Five seconds left to play in the first half. Gordon. Got it! He got it! What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Warriors lead by 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny
called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the 3. Green, the pass to Curry. Second chance shot. Offensive rebound. Out to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Thompson. And it's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. A Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Harden. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his third rebound tonight.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
Durant dishes to Livingston. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Passes it to Pachulia. 6 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden has a wide open look. Traps in the tray. Harden's got 13.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Outside Durant. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's Thompson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And now a 4-point Warrior lead. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Here's Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Shots good by Durant.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
It's tipped. Pachulia with the steal. Here's Thompson. The Rockets pull it in. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Anderson passes to Ariza. Banked in off the glass.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've shown in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
It's Harden with the drive. And here's Anderson from the arc. Cannot hit.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Shot is off. Some solid defense there by Nene.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
From deep, Harden. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 6. On the wing, Thompson. And stolen by Ariza. Jacks up a 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 3rd assist on the night. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Durant. He dishes it to Livingston. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Rockets trail by 5. Moniunas out there with Bird. Then there's Lewis Williams. Then there's Gordon, and it's Prigioni in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Bird against West. Shot clock at 6. Bird dishes to Gordon. Houston needs to get a shot. Elbow shot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Houston moving it around. Stolen by Varejao. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode in the defensive end.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They had a bunch of second chance points.
Off the inbound, it's Bird, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. It's going to be on David West. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Thompson misses.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Prigioni, that's a 2-pointer. And that one's on target from the wing. Now, here's Thompson.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Timeout called the Rockets.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Thank you, Doris. Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Curry. Rocket 6 to the paint. Here's West. The shot is off.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Prigioni, the pass to Moniunas. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 4. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Three-pointer. Moniunas grabs the miss. Moniunas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with usage.
Williams dishes to Moniunas. Back to Williams. On the wing, Bird. Get the shot. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Anderson comes in for Williams. And it's Harden in for Pablo Prigioni. Pachulia, who's checked in for Golden State. Green comes in for David West.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
And Bird, here we go. Rebound by Iguodala.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Pass to Pachulia. He kicks it to Thompson. Misses the wing jab.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bird, the pass to Harden. Back to Bird. Kicks it to Anderson. Play by Bird to set it up.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Iguodala outside. A drive by Thompson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds for the Rockets as Houston retains possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Durant's checked in. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden against Curry. It's Harden.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Curry attacking, and that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 3.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Timeout call for Rockets. They're down by 3. 1:29 left in the game. Here's Anderson. Down low. Here's Nene. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Harden against Curry. Shoots from the block. Here's Pachulia. Rockets with the rebound. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 17 points for Kevin Durant. Harden against Curry. And Anderson has it in the corner. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To shoot. Got a piece of it. And here's Bird from the arc. Can't get it to go. Curry with the defensive effort. Durant against Harden. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Thompson. The 3. And that's collected by Bird. Gordon kicks to Bird. Anderson. It's tipped. Nails it.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're up by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter.